Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. This is your November bonus reading, and we are just going to jump right in here. We're doing just a general Celtic cross, and in your general energies, you have the Two of Cups. So you could be thinking about love. I also feel with the Chariot there that you could be thinking about, damn, look at this, Gemini. This is definitely the best air sign reading, for sure, so far. And what I would say is that you could be thinking about a new path because the Two of Cups can be you and your higher self. It's like your higher self could be guiding you in new directions, or it could be encouraging you to move towards bigger and better things because, it's like your higher self is communicating with you with the Two of Cups, and the Chariot is about, moving away from the city that's behind you. So, the Chariot is really a card that, number one, says where there's a will, there's a way. And you can accomplish anything if you set your mind to it. But number two, it also represents setting yourself apart, doing things to be unique. Every single person that I read for gets this nowadays. So the reason I think is because of Pluto and Aquarius. Pluto's going to be officially in Aquarius in November next year, but, in between then it's, moving forward into Aquarius, and then it'll retrograde again back into Capricorn, and then it's going to officially move into Aquarius at the end of next year. And again, but we've already been in that energy, right? And so what I think is that Pluto and Aquarius is a collective, but it doesn't want us to just become some sort of hive mind, type thing. So it wants us to be unique. Really, it's about benefiting the collective. It's the things that you do during the day, your activities, your job, everything. It's does it benefit people in some way? If the answer is yes, then you're doing the right thing, but don't be afraid to be unique. The Two of Cups, though, could also be love, and I do see definitely very good love here. You have the Ten of Pentacles, which I consider to be the best love card in the deck, and you have the Hierophant as well. So there you go. You have the Chariot as your crossing energy. The crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you, and I definitely feel it is time for you to kind of set yourself apart. Don't be afraid to, push yourself outside of a comfort zone. Don't be afraid to do things that you've never done before. Don't be afraid to take control either with the Chariot. The Chariot is a card of hard control. He really is taking control of the direction that he's moving in. And he's trusting in the universe as well. These two Sphinxes represent the mysteries of the universe or the universe itself, but they have their tails in their paws here. And the tails and the paws kind of represents the fact that, the universe has a good handle on where you've come from, or everything that you've been through. So the universe is supporting you is kind of what this card says sometimes. Some of you could be moving. In the area of what's on your mind, you have the Ten of Pentacles, money, and success. So I feel for a lot of you, you are very focused on building, leaving a legacy. Again, this is something that you'll work on for the rest of your life, the Ten of Pentacles, but, definitely we are in a time where I believe everybody should be doing this right now, really, really focusing on building things that are long-term, not just fly-by-night situations, and this goes for everything in your life, not just love, business, or business, but, everything. I would say, pick the big four: health, wealth, happiness, and relationships, right? It's you should be working on Ten of Pentacles in all four of those areas, but really they all work together, but, you should be working on creating the highest vibration forms of whatever those things are in your life in all those areas, right? And that's the true Ten of Pentacles. And yes, it is work, but it's worth it. I also feel, again, Ten of Pentacles to me is the best love card in the deck. Yes, it's a pentacle card, but it's everything you want and desire in a situation. So, I feel there could be a really good love situation here. In the area of your foundation, you have the Judgment card. I wouldn't really say, it's almost as if you're getting a second chance here, and a couple of people have had second chance readings, I would say, this month, which is interesting. But I would say, we're depending on when you're watching this, we're in between eclipses, maybe. Although I think I'm putting this out on the day of the eclipse, so never mind. Or I'm actually shooting it on the day of the eclipse, so it'll be out the day after. But we still have these eclipses, and I feel that the eclipses could be having us, breathing new life into old ideas, could have us, reinventing old ideas, stuff like that. And so that's kind of what I feel you're doing here is you could be finding yourself reinventing old ideas or something with the Judgment card. So you could really be waking up to those new ideas as well. Next, you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands, of course, is a card of success and growth and victory. Six of Wands is coming up in the area of your past. And so the past energy is what you are moving past. And so I don't think you're moving past a victory. I think that it's saying you've been to war. Again, the story of this guy is that he's been to war and now he's being celebrated because he's coming back from war and he was successful. He's also being supported as well. So I think you've been through a difficult period of time, and this is just more saying that you're coming back from a difficult period of time. In the area of your very near future, you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. There's a crumbling castle right here, so it kind of represents a new beginning or having some sort of new beginning. And that's what I feel like you're creating here with the Ace of Wands. I also feel you need to tap into your creative ideas with the Ace of Wands. Like I feel that. I feel like you have a lot of creative, a lot of these like wacky, maybe creative ideas, and I would be tapping into those ideas with the Ace of Wands here, because the Ace of Wands is kind of like that root going down into the soil. It is the spark of inspiration. You have an idea, maybe to, bring something to the world. We go down to the world here, which is great, number one. But number two, this is saying that, again, you might have some sort of creative idea, like a creative business idea, work idea, whatever. And this is saying, bring it into the world. It will be successful with the Ace of Wands. The other thing I would say is that, again, if you're finding yourself passionate about a person, this could be a person that you're marrying or will marry in the future with the Hierophant. I don't think that, normally Judgment is one of the few cards in the tarot I consider an X coming back, but I don't think this is an X. I feel like you're waking up to a person. It's almost like you're, maybe you've had a person in your life for a while, and it's like all of a sudden you're like, hey, this would actually be the perfect person for me. So again, you could be waking up to a person. It could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or a Leo, or a Capricorn with the world card here. The world, of course, represents an accomplishment. So this is, I don't know if I said this, but this is coming up in the area of the next few months. And, I feel like you could be having some sort of accomplishment or reaching kind of like new heights with the world energy. And a lot of people have been getting the world as well in these monthlies, I've noticed. So the world is completion energy, can represent ending a cycle and, starting something new. So you have the Ace of Wands, which could definitely just be a new beginning coming in for you. I also definitely get moving here. If you are but it's kind of weird because you have the Chariot crossing, Ace of Wands, the world. This is telling me that a move would be a really good idea. Again, not telling you what to do. I don't think tarot should tell you what to do. Tarot is loose guidance at best. Let's get that clear, right? I don't even take tarot seriously, and I do this for a living. So, to me, it should be taken with a grain of salt, right? It's just energy to work with, as I always say. And, it's not that I don't take it seriously. I do. But, again, I understand that it is just energy to work with. You can do with it what you want, right? So I want to stress that I'm not telling you, oh, you have to move, or, oh, you have to go do this. But what I am saying is I do feel there would be a lot of benefits in moving, based off of what's showing up here. And, especially, again, this is only for those of you that are maybe thinking about doing it. Like, if you're like, I'm not sure if I want to move, I feel like this is saying, well, actually, it would be a good idea to move. So, maybe you find a place that's, like, cheaper and better. Maybe you find just a better place to live in general. So, I think it would be worth looking. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the King of Swords. I kind of get the feeling that you're going to have a lot of people coming to you. I feel like you already have a lot of people who come to you for, like, advice, guidance, things like that. And, I feel like you could, it's almost like this month, there's going to be a lot more. So, and again, if you need to protect your energy, if you need to make sure that people aren't stealing too much of your energy during those moments and all that other stuff, I would make sure to have healthy boundaries because, again, when people come to you for advice, it can get very heavy. And, I know firsthand. So, what I would say here is that maybe you need to protect your energy or not do too much, right? So you don't owe anyone anything is what I would say with that King of Swords. But at the same time, I kind of feel like you will be giving advice to people. You even have the Hierophant, which is coming up in the area of your future feelings. And so you're feeling like the Hierophant. And, again, the Hierophant would be the same thing. He is kind of very spiritually connected. He gives advice, just like a pope, right? And he is a connection between the heavens and the earth. So he's kind of like a translator. And I don't know, that's popping into my head. Like, translation is popping into my head right now, which I never get that on the Hierophant. But, I read intuitively, and that's what I'm getting here. So, it's almost like you're a translator, or you could be translating, like, new ideas, which I think Gemini is excellent at. I think you Geminis are great at taking crazy ideas and making them more simple. I think you're great at taking your own crazy ideas and making them more simple. So, if you're doing anything for, like, a job, or for a business, or maybe you're on YouTube or you're sharing your ideas, it's like, I think it would be a really good time for you to take complex subjects and, like, break them down to their simplest parts and maybe share that information. That's like one thing that you could do with the Hierophant. People could be coming to you for this as well. And I feel like you need to price it accordingly is what I'm hearing. So, if you give advice, if you have a business where you give advice, make sure you're not giving that away for free, right? I would almost be careful of what you give away with the Hierophant. And, I wouldn't share like all your trade secrets and things like that, right? Next, you have or put a very high price on those things. Next, in your outcome, you have the Five of Swords. I do feel like some of you could be walking away from a person officially here, going this way. You have the Judgment card, Ace of Wands, with the Five of Swords. So again, maybe you had a person in your life in the past who was just focused on, it's kind of funny because I feel like this person was focused on winning with the Six of Wands. Like, I feel like, it's a very, maybe, and the weird thing is, I feel like you're saying to yourself, no, they're not, but, they're like very competitive, but it's almost like they're secretly competitive, this person. It's like they secretly always want to win or something like that. And I feel like that could be the type of person you're walking away from. I also feel like you're winning here. The thing about the Five of Swords is, yeah, it's a card of conflict, but this guy is walking away victorious. So, I feel like some of you could be winning in something. I don't know. We'll find out. We're clarifying. With the Two of Cups and the Chariot, you have the Three of Cups. Yeah, celebration here. Again, I think there are a lot of benefits coming in from people around you, especially with that King of Swords. Like, if you're giving advice or if you're helping people out, I do feel, kind of like the karma is coming back to you. Normally there are these three ladies dancing on this card, and there's kind of like pumpkins around them and stuff. It kind of represents a harvest, the Three of Cups, the vegetables that are around them. And so, I don't know. I kind of just get that feeling here. I don't know. Whatever. I feel like you're getting you're getting benefits for helping people if that's what you're doing. So it might not be that bad of a thing. With the Ten of Pentacles, damn, look at this. This is like a big opportunity coming in for you here. So there could be a very solid financial opportunity. I would say it's definitely something new. It's crazy to me as well that multiple signs have had multiple aces again. This happened like 3 or so months ago. Everybody was getting multiple aces, and now it's coming back around. Makes sense in between eclipses. So, maybe we're just in a time where there are new beginnings, new opportunities, and clearly if there is a new opportunity that comes in for you, I feel it's going to be like very abundant. There could be a lot of like abundance and success coming in the new things that you're doing or the new things that you're focusing on. With the Judgment card, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands like work hard, play hard. So, I would make sure to balance your energy. Knight of Wands also says that you need to follow your inspirations. Going this way, right here, we have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is a card of desire. And clearly there is, some sort of opportunity coming in here for you that you are going to very strongly desire. I feel like it's something you want to do. It could be a new beginning, and I encourage everyone to follow their desires right now. The problem is that I think that the energy is it's like there's like a very logical side to the energy, but then there's this other side that's like, again, follow your desires. And the problem with following your desires is your desires might not pay the bills. So, and again, it's more about creating joy and happiness over here with the desires. And so I think that's a challenge for everyone. It's like, how can you bring more of the desire side, the joy, the happiness, the things that make you feel that? How can you bring that together with the logical side of like needing to pay your bills and all that other stuff? And, I don't know, you're going to have to figure that out on your own. I don't have all the answers, but it's like, can you, find a job that you enjoy more? Can you create a business that you enjoy more, or a relationship that brings more joy and happiness into your life? Like, I'd be looking at those things. With the Six of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups. See, I think that you see right through a person here as well. I think you had a person from your past here. It's just kind of like a side story. It's not even that big of a deal, but, I think you walked away from this, and I feel it's just confirmation that you made the right decision in with this person. I think there's something weirdly competitive about this, like a past person that you were dealing with. I feel like they're very inconsistent. I feel like I've said this to you before. I really feel like I'm repeating myself, so I apologize, but, also it is what it is. I kind of feel this is like one of those people where it's like they do to you what they fear will be done to them, which is like a really effed up way to, think about life in general. But it's almost like if they think that you'll cheat, they cheat. But it's like, even if you would never cheat, it doesn't matter. So it's almost like this person punishes you for things in the future that aren't even ever going to happen in the first place. Very messed up. So, I feel like you will know if that story is for you, and I feel like you're walking away from it, plain and simple. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Eight of Wands. Love it. I love the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success. It's also quickly manifesting something in your life. So I feel like you are manifesting these opportunities right here going this direction. I feel like you're manifesting rapid success. Again, Eight of Wands, is rapid success. So if you have one of those spark moments, like I said on the Ace of Wands, where you get that spark of inspiration, that spark of hope, that spark of joy, that's what I would be working on here. Because again, you might just randomly have an inspiration to start a business. You might randomly have an inspiration to go on a date with a person or whatever. And I feel like these seemingly random moments are going to be leading to rapid success. So, there you go. With the World, you have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak. I almost feel like you're forgiving this person, though. I don't think you're saying that it's necessarily, like, okay what this person did, but I feel like you are saying to yourself, like, well, it is what it is. This person is the type of person, that they are, and I'm just going to release it. So I kind of really feel that you are just releasing something with that, with the Eight of Cups and the Three of Swords. And, the whole point of forgiveness with the Three of Swords is that you're not forgiving a person, directly. You're more like forgiving them in your heart. You're more forgiving them in kind of like a different way. So, I kind of feel that's what's going on there with the Three of Swords. Some of you could also be moving, by the way. Three of Swords could just be any separation. What do you know? With the King of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups. Definitely could be love coming in for you. I feel like you have your eye on a person. I feel like you probably, as I say that, you probably know who this person is. I don't know if you know them personally or not, although you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is like always my card of knowing a person socially, basically. So, it could be a person you know socially, it could be a person you're socializing with, could be a person from social media, whatever, take it how it resonates. I feel like there needs to be communication between the two of you, especially with that King of Swords. King of Swords would tell me there's no communication between the two people. Ace of Cups says there would be a lot of love there. So, again, there you go. Ace of Cups are your emotions overflowing, being very happy. And again, three aces. Damn. With the Hierophant, you have the Knight of Pentacles, no movement. Knight of Pentacles, no movement when there should be movement. So I feel like it's time to make a move towards, the things that you want to work on or create or whatever the case may be. It's time to get working here. The Knight of Pentacles is kind of a card of hesitation. And so I feel for a lot of you, this is saying, like, don't hesitate. It's time to really put the work in to make something happen in your life. With the Five of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, again, really good reading. I do feel like some of you could still be holding on to the hurt from, a past situation. That's obviously not going to be true for all of you. And if you are, I feel like this person maybe just had a messed up childhood or like does messed up things because of some sort of trauma or whatever. So I would be, again, I'm not telling you what to do, but I think forgiveness will help you move forward. I feel like there are no answers. It's like, this might only be for one of you, like I said, but I feel like somebody out there is like looking for answers where there are no answers. There is never going to be an answer here. I feel like there is no, there is no clarity or anything like that, right? So there you go. We're going to pull 5 main themes. You have this idealism card. Like I said, I actually feel this is pretty good. I normally don't like this card because, again, it kind of represents the fact that nothing will ever be perfect. There will never be an ideal situation in your life, right? So I kind of feel that here, but, I feel like there will never be a perfect moment to do anything, but I almost feel like the conditions are clear that you're in right now, especially if you're working on something new. With the 3 aces, clearly you are working on doing something new. Next, you have this loss card, Saturn and Pisces. We have Saturn and Pisces right now. Some of you definitely could have experienced loss during Saturn and Pisces. Next, you have this flirtation card. Yes, I feel like you need to start flirting with a person. It's a person you're interested in. Could be a Sagittarius, but it could be any sign. You have basically everything here. Could be a Taurus as well. Like I said, you have everything though, so pretty much could be any sign. But I feel like there needs to be flirtation. I also feel like this is saying, like, take this situation lightly. Don't make it too serious, too fast, too soon. I think that's like the quickest way to ruin this, right? So I feel that you should just be taking your time, see how things go, don't overinvest, and, then go from there. You have this resistance card. I feel like there's so much success coming in for you, but this is like the one thing that's going to stop you is resistance. You know, my favorite book of all time, The War of Art. And no, I'm not talking about The Art of War. Everybody always corrects me. No, I am talking about The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. And in that book, he says that resistance, you feel the most resistance when you get the closest to your goal. That's when, everything comes out of the woodwork, like the people trying to stop you and people telling you you're moving in the wrong direction, and, feeling resistance, inside and all this other stuff. And so that should be a clue to you when you feel that resistance to keep going. It says you're very, very freaking close to what you want to accomplish. So don't give up. Finally, you have this power card. I feel like you're gaining power in your life because, again, I think that Gemini has this ability to take things that are very complex and, make them very simple. So, if you have a business, a career, or even if you just want to share your information with the world, whatever it is, I feel like that skill could be what is making you very successful here. And like I said, I would be embracing that skill. I'd be using it in some way. But I really like this reading for you, Gemini. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.